Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Warcraft 3 Reforged Reign of Chaos. I think that's the correct nomenclature. I'm the Mysterious JG. So, I've already mentioned there's, broadly speaking, two types of missions. One where you're doing like kind of a dungeon crawl, where you have just access to a certain amount of forces at the beginning, maybe rescue and collect more along the way, but generally don't have control over your ability to rebuild forces and just have to carefully use the ones you have. And there's also missions where you have a base and you can build forces. There's actually kind of a subdivision, for those who don't already know, between, of roughly two types of missions, where you start out with a base and you build. You have missions where there is some enemy force that must be destroyed, and you have missions where you have to hold out against an enemy attack for a certain amount of time. Now, the thing that got me back into this game after many years was just stumbling across some speedrun videos that were kind of interesting, but I'm not going to be able to match speedrunning techniques. That being said, for speedrunners, you usually have to find a way through very careful macro, very carefully protecting your hero, using your hero, but keeping your hero's minions alive, and launching very specifically timed, carefully prepared attacks to cripple enemy forces that are supposed to be basically unbeatable in missions where you're just surviving. So like typically if you're being attacked, a few missions are set up so this isn't really possible, but by and large, in missions where you have to hold out for like 30 minutes or something, you're usually going up against multiple enemy bases which are built up and are just going to be so powerful that even if you're really good at what you're doing, it would take you more than the 30 minutes you have to hold out to defeat the enemy forces. This will probably be one of those missions. Like if I had time, you could build up enough to take out the enemy base that's attacking in this mission. But I'm not that good. Not good enough to do it in 30. And you'd have to do it in 30 for this to actually count. So I guess what I'm getting at is we're going to have a mission coming up where we just have to hold out against an enemy force before the plot takes care of us. There'll be a few more of these. Actually, the final mission of Reign of Chaos is a mission of that nature. We just have to hold against an overwhelming force. But we'll get to that much, much later. For now, let's enjoy the first of what will be a couple of missions where you're defending the Alamo. Let's see how it goes. Chapter 5, Countdown to Extinction. Sunlight greets Thrall and his companions since they escape the underground lair and make their way back to the surface. Well, according to the excellent little pathing, we're actually going to get to Kalimdor in this mission. I don't think that's quite accurate, but we'll find out.
Land dwellers.
Landlubbers.
You have slaughtered my minions and defiled my sanctuary.
I don't like you.
Now you will be drowned by the wrath of the tides.
The Prince of Tides?
You'll have no more sacrifices today, witch. Go back to the depths where you belong.
I think I will. Hey!
Very well. Your choice is made. The air you breathe now will be your last.
And the life you save may be your own. Oh, it is our main base, basically. The little
At last,
fountain is
we've
still
reached
there.
our landing site.
War Chief, while you were gone, the nearby volcano erupted. This entire island has begun to sink.
Oh, that's not good.
How long to repair the ships?
The repairs are nearly done, War Chief.
Okay, cool.
Then finish them quickly. We're about to have company.
So let's go,
Defend
go, go.
the ships
Move,
at all
move, move.
costs.
Okay. Alright, so if I were to go out and explore using my army, there would be enemies in a couple of directions, or rather, there's kind of a main direction where they're at.
Hey, where'd the others go? They go with you?
Oh, trolling for reinforcements. Okay. There actually is something to be done.
For honor.
Where we go looking for trolls. But by and large,
What? We don't have much time.
yeah, we gotta... Oh, we only gotta hold for 20 minutes. But yeah, we need to...
Work.
need to get some defenses up. Because we're gonna get attacked
I can do that.
pretty consistently throughout this mission. And if we
Lokriga.
go to the right locations on the map... Oh, hey. Oh,
You seek me out?
he's a witch doctor.
The spirits are
So that's the
restless.
character type that Sinjin was, but he's not a unique one like Sinjin was, so...
What do you want?
Yeah, so when I did this casually and not being
Be happy
recorded,
to.
I was a little sloppy. Hopefully I'll be okay here, but
Dabu.
You got away off the island?
off the island, you say? Is it the whole pack getting together
Yes.
here?
Lokriga no attack.
This island be sinking quick. We come with you, man.
I am the war chief. Work complete. Who you want me kill? Anything you want. Something need doing.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, the attacks will definitely get more severe as time passes. And I think they have the ability to sneak around and attack you over here as well.
I hear the summons.
Been summoned to appear in court,
How
bro.
may I serve?
Work complete. For honor.
Any of these? Yeah, this one's already damaged.
Yes. Dabu. What do you want?
So I'm trying to find... Where do I build siege tanks? Or not siege tanks, but...
Our town is under attack. Work complete. For honor. Something need doing?
But yeah, we'll be constantly attacked.
I can do that.
We can have our heroes running back and forth in our base. It's not too bad. There'll be much tougher versions of the same
Yes.
scenario to come. And here's what I'm looking for. Oh, I don't have enough... I don't have anywhere near enough burrows because I built extra workers, which may not have been necessary actually.
Something need doing?
Let's get some burrows going in front of our
Be happy to.
towers. That can actually be quite a useful strategy,
Yes.
just to make it a little more annoying for them to get to your burrows or your towers.
Okie dokie.
What you want me to do?
Because what I'd eventually like to do
I hear the summons. Who you want me kill?
is
Why?
get some...
What you want me go?
The spirits are restless.
get some
Work
catapults
complete.
like that are hanging out behind the tower lines so that they will throw stuff at people who are
What
hopefully
you want me do?
stupidly attacking
Work
the towers
complete.
or the burrows instead of I gotta say siege golem. The very existence of this unit offends me honestly because
Work complete.
as you'll find out later, there's a force we haven't encountered yet where this is kind of their special unit, but now it's like, we'll give the mer people a version. Even though that doesn't really make any sense.
What do you want? Ready to work.
No, I'm trying to build burrows just because they're cheap and get in the way of
happy
things
to.
that are trying to attack. They're not that cheap. They're expensive for houses, but they're cheap compared to towers. And they'll just kind of be in the way.
I can do that.
Meanwhile, it'd be nice if you got your experience,
Let's
but
get on with it.
you might not, and that won't be the end of the world.
We need more lumber.
Do need more lumber, though. Probably more than I need gold. Let me pull one of you guys off of that and onto lumber.
Okie dokie.
Because it would be nice to have some
Work complete.
barricades going.
Something need doing? Work complete. What do you want?
Okay, well, I was saving up for...
Okie dokie.
I should be hanging around the Fountain of Health, shouldn't I? Well, I'm not doing that, obviously.
What do you want?
And actually, if I have a side where my whole army's hanging out, I'm never going to need these towers.
Search complete. The spirits are restless.
Just for the fun of it.
What you want?
I'll show you where their bases are at, or where some of them are. Would you guys...
Your efforts are futile.
Oh, that's
land
right. We will
dweller.
occasionally have the...
The darkness of the deeps is all that awaits you.
We will occasionally have their heroes show up.
What? Yes. Be happy to. Work complete. Something you doing? What you want me to do?
I should have sent my armor to deal with her, but instead I just decided to...
Our town is under attack.
Instead, I decided to just let the towers deal with it. It took far more damage than I should have.
What do you want me to kill?
How could you still be hanging out? The woman who summoned you is dead.
Something you doing? Our town is under attack. I can do that. Okie dokie.
Yeah, as you can see, those guys are pain. Because again, I really should have more units in each zone, but work.
We're under attack.
These are the attacks I'm least worried about because I parked my hero down here to deal with them.
The spirits are restless. Let's get on with it.
So hopefully
Work complete.
hopefully the next time they will come through
Yes.
that way.
Be happy to. What you want me go? You got it, man.
You got me, that's Remy. I'll raise a Remo.
I can do that.
I didn't know you were hiding up there.
Work complete. Yes. We need more lumber.
Do you now?
Okie dokie. Research complete.
Oakley dokley neighborino.
Work.
But yeah, if you came all the way over here, you start seeing their buildings. I guess. Did they get that far? Didn't seem like they did. We could send
The spirits are restless.
our hero this way, but it'll probably get him killed.
We're under attack.
Okay, hold on. Let's deal with this first.
Work complete. Who you want me to kill? We still need more time to finish the repairs, War Chief. Yeah.
Okay.
Something you doing? can't build there. Be happy to. We're under attack! Work complete, Our town is under attack!
But this is kind of how these go. You're constantly repairing defenses. I
Okey-dokey.
never did start getting these siege guys out that I meant to get. Because you're always being attacked.
Let's get on with it.
So I was hoping to come over here and actually check for their base. And I never did check these crates either. They've probably got useful supplies in them.
Work complete. You seek me help? I can do that.
Yeah, you get here and you see, like, that's their defensive structure. These things produce units. If I were to
The spirits are restless.
attack here, I would run into more defenses than I could handle.
Yes.
Given time, I could build up a force to take them out, but
What do you want?
really wouldn't be a particularly wise use of time.
Work.
You need to come hang out right here, hold position, and you'll be far more useful there than if you were to go get yourself in trouble, because this is a ranged catapult type of guy. That might be too far forward. And we'll be seeing their hero again at some point. It's the only thing that really gave us problems so far. The mermaid sorceress lady, who really doesn't seem to like us that much.
We're under attack! Work complete. I am the war chief. Yes. Doktar. The spirits are restless.
And we can learn Earthquake. Makes the ground tremble and break, causing 50 damage per second to buildings, distilling units by 70%.
Dabu.
This would be fun if we were to say...
I can do that.
Could throw that out there against their
am
front line just
the
to
war
check and see what happens. I guess you missed, War Chief, huh?
For honor. Dabu.
Okay, this is a bad idea. They have a full-on attack wave coming, which maybe I lured out early
For
before it was ready, but
Look, Naro. Yes. Your time.
Soon this land will be consumed.
see, she's
by
back
the
over here
tides.
again.
Prepare
This
for
does
the
seem to be where
sea's
she likes to
cold
attack.
embrace.
But dealing with a couple of towers and a siege weapon is going to go our way eventually.
Okie dokie. We're under attack. Our town is under attack. How may I serve?
So yeah, I mean, it's going to get worse and worse until it's over.
I can do that.
And these siege golems, this is annoying. There's a unit that they're clearly a ripoff from in the original campaign before this extra content was added, and they just feel like, why do these Naga guys have that unit? It's not theirs, you know?
Right away. It won't be much longer now, War Chief. The ships are nearly ready.
Hold the line!
Work complete. What do you want? Work, work.
What do I feel like upgrading? Is it worth bothering with upgrades at this point, or do I just need to make sure that... Yeah, there's 4 minutes left. There's not a whole lot of point. The Thrall is leveled up as far as he's going to level up. We'll see a massive attack coming at the end, just for cinematographic. Just for, you know, the visual excitement. We'll have this huge wave that it seems is like kind of... Oh, see, I should have...
I am
Definitely should have
Chief.
grabbed that earlier. Oh, well.
Look, now,
Yeah, but we'll get a big bunch of dudes at the end, and or a big bunch of enemies attacking at the end, just to make us feel super cool, or make it super dramatic that we escaped. When it's too late for them to win the level anyway, because, you know, you have like 30 seconds left, and there's no way they can take your base quickly enough. They'll suddenly hit us with all sorts of crap.
Let's get on with it. Lokrigar no gal.
And up here, there's also a base of theirs. There's kind of bases all over the map, but mostly pretty much over here. I think they're coming around the long way to attack us from here. I don't know there's a base up there, but there might be.
Our town is under attack. The Doomhammer.
But I really do think the burrows help with the survivability of the towers, because their melee guys, although they were over here messing around with the headhunters, they never really got close. It's only the thrower dudes who were smart enough to attack the towers instead of the burrows that are in the way. And if I wanted to, I could even have orcs in the burrows, and these things would have effectively become towers.
The spirits are restless. What do you want? Yes. Be happy too. Be happy too. Something need doing?
And you don't have to do this with defensive lines. You can build big armies. I've kept no upkeep going most of the time by having a small army and lots of stationary defenses, but there's probably smarter strategies involved, having like mixed arms.
Research complete.
Some, you know, brutish orc melee guys in the front with spear throwers and demolishers behind holding position. That sort of thing.
I am the war chief.
You see the fully leveled up chain lightning against a big group of weak enemies like that. Very powerful in that situation.
Work, work.
And these guys, by carving down the forest, they're creating a situation where these defensive lines are not as complete as they were, but they're good enough. It'll be fine. We've got to hold them for less than a minute now. Oh, they timed the gold mine to last just long enough, didn't they? That would be the other thing preventing us. We would have needed to find an
Hold the line, my warriors. Our freedom is at
We would have
hand.
wanted an expansion base if we were going to try to actually take their bases, which are pretty significant.
Yes, at last the end draws near. Your deaths are only the beginning. Soon all land dwellers will be entombed in a watery grave.
Work complete. Look regard, no god.
So yeah, attacks on all sides at once, with a larger force than we've had before.
Our town is
I'd like to get one more kill on her, but we're out of time. Oh, I got her. We got one more kill on her. coming for you, orcs. Alright, chop down our structures, that'll make you feel better.
On, land dwellers, flee!
Flee, and the
dark
edge.
tide is coming to swallow you all, and once it begins, there will be nowhere to hide.
I don't know exactly what the witch was talking
The
about.
dark tide, come on, aren't you
But I do know that our
Roll
destiny
dark
lies
tide.
elsewhere. For now, we set sail for Kalimdor. That is where our future will unfold.
Where will you spend eternity? Spend it at Cliff Weissmeyer's, or Kalimdor. And there we are, folks. 3 heroes killed. Basically, the Sea Witch 3 times. 174 units. We didn't kill any structures, but we defeated the Countdown to Extinction. And I swear this content was added after the original release of the game. Or at least some of it. That originally you have the Prophecy movie, Thrall's Vision, Chasing Visions, which is the mobility one, then Departures, where you rescue Grom, Hellscream, and then you go to the human campaign. And these other things where you're fighting like Murlocs and crap, and you get to some island in the middle of the ocean and fight Murlocs. That stuff I think is new. It doesn't really get its own ending cinematic. When we come back next time, we'll start on the first real campaign of the game, the human campaign, the Scourge of Lordaeron. Spoilers, because I played ahead a little bit. There is a force known as the Undead. Their campaign is called Path of the Damned. But I haven't unlocked what comes next. There'll be 2 more campaigns in vanilla Reign of Chaos, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 campaigns in the Frozen Throne. What will they entail? One thing I can tell you is they'll actually have ending cinematics, which this one does not. We won't be seeing an ending cinematic next time, but we'll be seeing some kind of opening cinematic as we get into the real game proper with the Scourge of Lordaeron. Hope to see you guys there. Bye-bye.